Welcome to the Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Hi, Ron. Can you hear me? You're in the wrong place, boy.
My next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is a longtime friend of mine. He and I have worked many projects together. I've watched this man get better and better and gooder in his crafts of acting, writing, cinematographer, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my dear friend, Glenn Towery. Glenn, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, fine, Ron. I'm so glad to be here with you. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
My pleasure. Welcome to the Actor's Choice, and it's good to see you. You're a man of many talents, sir, both in film, television, and stage. Let's go back to 1977, good year for R&B music, when you got your first IMDb credit for working on an action film called Grand Theft Auto.
That was an amazing project. I actually got a chance to work with Ron Howard as the director. And, you know, the thing about it was playing, it was just a big deal for me. It was a major motion picture. The only thing was, if you look for me in Grand Theft Auto, you won't find me. I wound up on the cutting room floor.
Oh,
but
God.
that happened, you know, and it was a great experience. I will never forget it.
Right. As they say, you got paid, so that's all that counts.
That's right. I got that paycheck and it was nice.
And every time it plays, you get a little piece of the action.
I did get a little piece of the action, so that's good.
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go on, I just want folks to know that this gentleman was in the United States Navy during Vietnam. Can you tell us a moment about that?
Well, you know, I served, I'm a Vietnam combat veteran, and I do suffer with PTSD. In those days, being in the Navy was not easy being a Black man and in the Navy. And was even more difficult if you had a striker's patch, which I was a quartermaster, which in the Navy, that is a navigator. So, but I toughed it out. I made it through. I was medevaced out of Vietnam to the old Oakland Naval Hospital. And now I'm living a pretty good life. I mean, I am a 100% disabled, service-connected veteran, and that has been serving me well.
Well, my brother, again, from all of us, we sincerely thank you for your service to our country. You know, I know what it's like to wear that uniform. People don't understand what it's all about.
Yeah, we were both in the same branch, weren't we? Ron?
Yeah, we was. Is there any other branch?
I tell you, the thing I really wanted when I wanted to be in the Navy, they had that commercial, Join the Navy, See the World.
Right.
I wanted to get in that uniform. That's whites, baby. That's what I wanted to wear.
Right, because people don't understand. Every part of the uniform has something to do with the history of the Navy. The 13 buttons in the front, the collar in the back, the thing the tie that you wear around your neck. Each one had a significant purpose.
It does. And even if you're on a ship that gets sunk, it becomes even more significant.
Exactly. You know what he's talking about? We take a rope. Huh?
Those pants become a flotation device.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Glenn, you're multi-talented. You've done film tapes. I've said this many, many times, but your first stage role came in a comedy play called Pearly Victorious. I understand you performed to sold-out houses and garnered you the Best Actor Award.
It really did. And to me, that was the most amazing play because it had me doing something that I loved. And I didn't even know I loved comedy. But doing that play, and it's an Ossie Davis play, Nancy Davis, if you haven't, in the audience hasn't seen Pearly Victorious, it takes place back in the South, and it's about a young man who is fighting for freedom, not only for himself, but for those that live with him, in the South. And he's crazy, but he gets it done.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. My goodness. There's an organization that you got a part of, Inner City Cultural Center. Can you tell folks about that, please?
My life with Inner City Cultural Center, I think that's what really marked me as an artist, being there with so many stars, so many, not just stars, but just so many friends that I met there. It became an experience that has really marked my life. I mean, I will always belong to the Inner City Cultural Center family. And even though I haven't been in Los Angeles, I live in Texas now for a while. Whenever I go back, all of the members of Inner City Cultural Center, when I see them, it's just like we saw each other yesterday. And Inner City Cultural Center, C. Bernard Jackson, was just a fantastic, there's nothing that exists like that in the world today, I don't believe. But they did plays, they had 5 theaters, there's 6 theaters there, and there was always something happening at the Inner City Cultural Center. And many stars of stage and screen cut their teeth there, and are still famous today.
Indeed, indeed. The year was 2002. You got your first IMDb director credit, and you also played a role in a sci-fi film called The Frequency. Please tell us about that experience.
Well, The Frequency was a film that I wrote and produced myself. I was an undergraduate student going to Columbia College Hollywood, which I graduated there with a bachelor's of art degree as the first African-American valedictorian of that school. But making that film was a challenge. And the reason why I starred in it is because the person before me that was in my class, he cast the person to star in his film. He was doing a film also. And 3 weeks into the shoot, that person got cast in a movie and just walked away from his film. And it just ruined the whole thing for him. So I said, you know what? I'm not taking that chance. I'm casting myself because I know I will be there. So The Frequency has won many awards. It's still playing today. And if you get a chance to see it, it's one of the most unusual plots you may ever see. I defy people to guess what the film is really about, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but you can find it online.
Roll it, my friend. Roll it, Tony.
You can find it online.
It has come. It's done. It is done. Who you are. It has come.
Wow. Man, that was marvelous. Marvelous.
Thank you. I loved making that movie.
Indeed.
The way I wound up shooting that scene was I wanted the actresses to do another scene for me, and they wouldn't do it. And I was like, what? I said, they're not going to see that much. And they were like, no, we're not doing it. So I took away their bodies and floated their heads, which was
in front of the children. My goodness.
It was amazing. I thank them to this day. Thank you.
Thank you. A major event called the $1 Million March occurred in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, on October 16, 1995. You, me, and a whole lot of others were there. Yeah. But you took a camera, filmed it, edited it, did a few other things to it. Please tell us about that.
Well, a friend of mine by the name of Bashashi called me up one day. I didn't even know anything about the $1 Million Man March. And she said, are you going? I said, going where? She said, to the $1 Million Man March? I said, what? And she told me about it. And the minute she told me about it, I knew I had to go. So I had a special assignment at school. And I went to the school and I asked them if I could take one of their $100,000 cameras and go to Washington, D.C. and shoot it. And they said, nope. I don't know if you're going to get a camera. You know, we'll give you a VHS tape camera to take. And the friend that worked at the center where they give out the equipment center gave me a number. And he said, call these people and tell them what you want to do. And I called them and they said, come on in. And they told me, they gave me a $100,000 beta cam for $75 insurance. I had to insure it, right? And I went and had the most amazing time at the Million Man March. It really changed me. I think it changed a lot of people. And so we shot as much as we could. I came back with more than 10 hours of footage from the Million Man March. And when we got back, we were changed forever. I remember I used to use the N-word a lot before going to the march. You know, it was nothing to me. But then when I came back, this awareness happened to me. I felt such a sense of pride that I couldn't use it anymore. I stopped actually using the N-word. And not only that, I made a
PSA about it. Sure did.
Yeah.
I remember the guy who voiced this. Some guy I know.
Some guy you know. Yeah, you. So it was a life-altering event for me to see a sea of 1 million men, Black men, together in peace, standing for something. And do you know there was not one arrest during the Million Man March?
Not one.
Not one arrest.
Yes.
No trouble in it. We policed ourselves. It was so spiritual. And so I hope if you get a chance to see Long Live the Spirit of the Million Man March, that you get to feel the spiritual moments that we shared together as Black men in Washington, D.C.
We're running out of time here, but I just want to get one dig in here. You did a play one time in about 2011. You called it The One. Can you show that picture there, Tony? Look, that look familiar?
That does look familiar. So
you even changed your name at the time too, didn't you?
I changed my name to Dodge Hadu.
Yes.
And I enjoyed doing that play. And I still perform that play. I performed it actually again in 2019 for the Ava Fest. Can I get in a plug for my
Please go for it.
Okay, so listen, people, I'm doing a film. I'm raising funds for a movie called Star Funk and the Astral Pioneers on Kickstarter starting May 15, 2021. It's a film about funk music, about a funk band not from Earth, but from another galaxy, another planet, who come up to do battle with an armada, a fleet of about 1 million spacecraft that want to destroy planets with life on them. And they use funk music, baby. And so if you're into funk and you love space fantasy and science fiction, you're gonna love this movie. Come to Kickstarter and donate whatever you can so we can get this baby in the can.
Go ahead, Fred. You need to get into broadcasting. I swear. That was good. That was damn good. That was good. Tony.
Well, I'm from the best.
Tony, roll that, please.
Hey, this is Cheryl Cooley, original guitarist of the R&B funk all-female band Climax, with the 80s hits Meeting in the Ladies' Room, I Miss You, and The Men All Pause. Please support filmmaker Glenn Towery, raising funds to promote the movie Star Funk and the Astral Pioneers. His crowdfunding campaign will be online at Kickstarter starting May 15, 2021. It's all or nothing. If he doesn't raise all the money, Kickstarter will send it all back. We can't let that happen. He is about to make the funkiest movie ever made in the world.
Outstanding, outstanding, excellent, excellent. We got just a few moments, but I just want to say there's some special people in your life, sir. Tony, can you please put that slide up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us who those people are, please.
Yeah, this is my son Cole. This is my wife right there in the middle, Juanita, and that's my son Keith on the other side. And I'm so blessed to have a family like that. I remember at one point in my life, I thought I would never have a family. And I am so blessed to have a family like the one I have now and friends like I have too.
Wow. God bless you.
I don't even think I would be here if it wasn't for my friends. My friends, when times got really rough, they were always there, keeping me engaged, keeping me involved, keeping me grounded. And so I just want to take the moment to say to my friends, and you all know who you are out there, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I want to say to you, sir, thank you for knowing you, being a friend of yours. I learned a lot of stuff from you. You, Ian Fox, a whole lot of names I can throw out there right quick. We learned a lot. And I'm glad that we were able to have you here today. And best wishes to you and the family. Please give them my best.
Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys, Kickstarter, May 15th. Let's do this. You're going to love to go to see this movie.
Thank you, Glenn. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Towery. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank our sponsors. Thank you. I want to thank our sponsors, Harvey Brandman, Photography is an Art, Ron Irwin's Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein, Actor Training School and Actors Space. And much, much thanks to our guest today, script writer, author Vincent Terrell Durham, actress, producer, comedian Jackie S. Garcia, and actor, producer, director, and on, Glenn Towery. And of course, special thanks to our ever-growing worldwide audience. Be well. We will see you next time